Hello, Mr. Huan. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bante. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Everyone, good evening to everyone. So please unmute yourself, and to greet everyone as usual, please say 3 times. Sadhu,
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 Sadhu.
Dear Dhamma friends, today is the Friday evening of 14th May 2021. We are going to keep another step ahead in our Dhamma practice. Always, we talk whenever something goes wrong. You blame the outside world. You blame all the other people except you. True, when you have 2 eyes and both eyes are outward, when you look outside, you don't see inside, you always see the outside. So you are trained yourself to blame the outside. But we need to understand. We need to understand that you can't create, you can't shape the outside world. Instead, you need to change yourself. When you change yourself, you can change your own world. There is one European story. In that story, it says that a father brought a puzzle of a world map to a son. And the father asked the son to join all the pieces of the puzzle together, and then create the world map, the world. The son, he tried, but he couldn't figure out how to create the world. At that time, the father said, the outside of the puzzle, the other side of the puzzle is the man. So please join the pieces together and create the man. So son easily created the man, joining all the pieces of the puzzle. So finally he could find out, when he joined the pieces of the puzzle, he at the very same time, he correctly pieced out the world map too. So that's how it is. When you change, the world change. The world means nothing else. The world means the way how you look at things. So when by practicing meditation, what you do is you change your inner negativities, all the negative ways that you do have, all the ignorances. You take the ignorance out and you develop the science, the wisdom inside. You take out your anger and instead you you keep inside the peace. So you take your craving out. Instead, you replace it with the non-attachment. So that's what you are developing. This stage is called as supreme bliss of Nibbana. So today you are keeping another step ahead towards that goal. And today too, we are going to practice another Vipassana meditation day. So Vipassana meditation instructions, they won't change. As I mentioned you last time, you will practice the same way. So at the beginning, you will practice some breathing meditation for a while, maybe 5 minutes. Then after that, the very concentration that you get, you will take it to the top of your head. Pay your entire attention to the top of your head. Then keep on observing piece by piece, part by part, up to the neck. At first, top of your head, then the front part of your head. Then after that, back area of your head. And after that, your right ear. Then after that, your left ear. So if anyone finished it sooner, then please restart with the top of the head. And then the other thing. So in whichever area, if you couldn't feel, sense any sensation, at that time, please wait very patiently in that particular place. Please wait for at least 30 seconds. Don't quarrel with your mind. Don't quarrel with your mind to forcibly feel any sensation. Always try to keep the balance of your mind and let the mind become sharper. Let the mind become sharp enough. Let the mind become deep enough to feel the sensations within that particular area, right? So you will stay for 30 seconds. You don't feel it. Then what you need to do is, then please move to the other part, right? So part by part. So don't lose the pattern. Don't miss the pattern. Please always go with the pattern. So top of the head, front of your head, and back part of your head, then right ear, then left ear. So part by part, please go. Pragati, do you have any question?
So, Bhante, when you say front of the head, does it include forehead as well?
No. I mentioned you last time too, not the forehead.
Okay.
It ends within this area, this very area, right?
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. So please observe all those areas part by part, pitch by pitch, very patiently, very attentive, very calmly. Don't expect in whatever area that you observe, don't expect to feel and experience the same sensation twice. Just if you sometimes you might encounter same kind of sensations twice, but you need to understand that they are not the same still. Still, they are not the same. So, somehow keep the balance of the mind. Don't expect any particular sensation in each of those parts. So, just observe the present reality, present sensations that you can experience within that particular area. That's how you need to practice very calmly, with a very alert mind, with a very diligent mind, and with a very equanimous mind. That is so much important. The balanced mind. So observe part by part, pitch by pitch, understanding, and remembering yourself. Whenever you encounter a sensation, you will remind yourself, impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. This sensation is also bound to change. In Pali, it is called as anicca, anicca, impermanent, impermanent. So please observe like that. Please scan the whole area, so above the neck and from the top of your head. So neck is not included yet. So keep on observing part by part, pitch by pitch. The new meditators who join within the month of April, within this week too, I kindly request them to practice the breathing meditation. That is for your own good. So what you need to do is, please pay your entire attention to your breath. When the breath is coming in, be completely aware. Don't go with the breath all the way inside. Just observe the breath on up to the level of, up to the area where it goes and touches at the end of your nostrils. So when it comes out too, it will touch the very same area and will go out. When it is coming in, please be aware that it is coming in. When it is going out, be completely aware that it is going out. If it is long, be aware that it is long. If it is short, be aware that it is short. If it is gross, be aware that it is gross. If it is soft, be aware that it is soft. Don't try to change the breath. Just accept. This is not an exercise. This is a meditation practice. So don't try to change the breath. Accept and welcome the present reality of your breath and keep on observing very diligently and very attentively and with a very concentrated mind. Very concentrated mind. Develop your awareness, develop your ability to stay at the present moment and experience the present moment. Develop your inner peace and concentration, but very ardently for your own benefit. For your own benefit. The Buddha, the teachers, everyone expects your own well-being, nothing else. That is the greatest gift that you can give. Please work very ardently for your own benefit, for your own benefit. Now, everybody, please sit nicely. Keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please place your right palm on your left palm. Now, please close your eyes and relax. Everyone can mute yourself now. Please mute. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tesse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Now everyone, please start your meditation very ardently, very diligently, with a very calm mind and with a very quiet mind. May your meditation practice be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Please start. Now, the new meditators, the recently joined meditators, can relax the posture, but not the old meditators or students. They will stay the same, and we are going to practice loving kindness meditation for 5 minutes. So everyone, new meditators, they can relax the posture, but don't open the eyes, please. Eyes always should stay closed. You can just relax the posture, the legs. Right. Relax yourself. Relax. First of all, let's share loving kindness with yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Very peaceful. May I come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. All the negativities. May I attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Just like me, may my mother, may my father, may my relatives and my friends, may all of them be well. May all of them be happy. May all of them be peaceful, very peaceful. May they come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Just like me, may my enemies also accept my loving kindness. For all the mistakes that they did to hurt me, I forgive. For the mistakes that I did to hurt them, I ask forgiveness. May all my enemies share my loving kindness. May my enemies be well. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be peaceful. May my enemies come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they enjoy and attain real peace, real happiness. Nibbana. Just like me, may all the beings in this universe, let them be in the sky, on the earth, or in the ocean, wherever they are, whatever the differences they don't have, I don't discriminate any of them. I share my loving kindness with everyone. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May all beings enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Now everyone, very calmly, please open your eyes. Relax. Now please unmute yourself. And please say together 3 times. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
Dear dumb friends, so another Vipassana day is over. Since today, when you sit for the morning sessions and evening sessions, please make your schedule like this. If you sit for 20 minutes, for 5 minutes during the beginning time, so within the first 5 minutes, please practice breathing meditation. That's because you need to develop the concentration in your mind. Without enough concentration, so for 5 minutes, please practice breathing meditation. After that, for 10 minutes, please practice Vipassana meditation. And for another 5 minutes or lesser time, it doesn't matter, please practice loving kindness meditation. If you can take more time for Vipassana meditation, I really, really appreciate. The more you do, the more negativities that you are bound to eradicate. That means to come out. You will come out. You will lessen the strength of all the negativities that you do have. The more you do. So the more you can practice, the longer you can practice Vipassana, I appreciate. I thank. That is good for you. That is for your own benefit. So please, if you can, instead of 20 minutes that you are used to do, 10 minutes, so that you can take 10 minutes for breathing meditation and 15 minutes for Vipassana meditation and 5 minutes for loving kindness meditation. If you can do this pattern, you will see a big change in your whole life. And at the same time, inside, you will see a lot of positive qualities and everything, inside and outside, you will see so many changes. The way that you deal with things and the level of your tolerance, and at the same time, so when things happen, the way that you react, so everything, in positive things and in negative things, you will see big changes in it. But you need to practice. So only by sitting for a Friday meditation session, you will gain benefits, but not the full benefits. So you will do like, it is just like this. So a rubber coil, if you take a rubber coil, so the more you roll it, and the more you keep the end of that rubber roll, but whenever you lose the end of that rubber roll, then it will be the same once again. Just like that, the more you develop your concentration, the more you develop insight within the Friday meditation session, you can preserve it. You can preserve it and develop it through daily practice. If you don't do the daily practice, the same thing will happen to your mind, which happened to the rubber roll. So that's what it is. So it is very important to sit in the morning and in the evening. So that is for your own benefit. Today I am going to teach you about the impermanence as I promised last week. So this week I will teach you about the impermanence which is related to our body and mind. In the next week I will teach you about the suffering. And in the next week, So 2 weeks later, I will teach you about the nature of no self. In Pali, these three things are called as three characteristics of life, tilakkana. Lakkana means characteristic. Ti means three. Tilakkana means three characteristics of life. It doesn't matter you are a Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, or agnostic or atheist. For everybody. So people have different kinds of perspectives, but for everyone, this nature, these three natures are common. So these three natures, these three characteristics are universal. In living beings, we have this regardless of our background. And the impermanence, it is visible everywhere. It is visible everywhere. So today, we are going to learn this body. It is consists of 4 elements. Patavi in Pali, those days language, they are called as Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. Patavi means, according to science too, solid element. Apo means, according to science too, so liquid element. Vayu means the gas element. Then Tejo means heat element. So these are the 4 elements that this body is made of. So these 4 elements themselves, they are constantly changing. According to Buddha, so according to science, the utmost level of these elements, the combination, so the combination of body articles is called as the atom. According to Buddha, it goes deeper. It is taught as Attakalapa. So let it be Attakalapa or let it be atom. There it is changing consistently, continuously. According to the Berkeley University, in 80s, they built an instrument called bubble chamber. Using that bubble chamber, they could measure how fast this atom arises and passes away. So when they observed, when they experimented, they found out an atom arises and passes away within a millisecond for 1 after the number was 1 after 22 zeros. 1 after 22 zeros. So an atom arises, passes away, giving birth to another atom. That atom also rises and passes away, giving birth to another atom. Like that, this father, son process goes up to a number of 1 after 22 zeros within a millisecond. So all of you know the sun. The sun is not the father. So each and every atom are unique and different. This whole body is consistent of atoms from top to bottom and bottom to top. This whole structure of atoms, this whole structure of atoms is changing this much faster. this much faster. But we think, with our imagination, we think that this is the very same person who was who was that you were born, when you were born. It is not the truth. That the person who was born totally two different people, different beings, this physical wise. But mentally we think this is the very same person. So that's why people keep grudges. So that's why people, whenever somebody did something in the past, that's why they keep it in mind and suffer. Because they think the person who was at that moment is the very same person who is right now. And then the mind, it also arises and passes away in a very fast speed. Once a group of Bhantes asked the Buddha how fast the mind rises and passes away. Then Buddha answered. Buddha said, "The strong archers with 4 strong bows and far-going arrows, 4 arrows, smooth arrows. They come to a certain junction, so which hits fourfold junction, that means 4-way junction. So, and they face towards the 4 directions, north, south. They shoot these 4 arrows to the sky. There is a person who can run fast, a 5th person. He runs fast and catches all those arrows without letting them to hit the ground. The Buddha asked whether they can imagine the speed of that person. They replied, catching 1 arrow without letting it to hit the ground is unimaginable. How we can understand the speed of catching all the 4 arrows? The Buddha said, this earth is circulating more faster than that speed. Then Buddha said, more faster than the earth, more faster than that, circulating the sun. More faster than that, thoughts arise and passes away. Even in our thoughts, the Buddha says, it has 3 moments: arising moment, staying moment, and passing away moment. The Buddha can even penetrate and see with this unlimited concentration, even the level of that level of the thoughts. But the enlightened beings too, they can't see up to that level. But we don't need to see. So to develop wisdom, we don't need the ability to penetrate our wisdom, penetrate our ability, that penetrative ability to see the utmost moment of our thoughts. The general level of rising and passing away of thoughts is enough if you can observe and experience. So gradually in Vipassana meditation, what you are trying to do is to observe and experience and understand this impermanent nature of our body and our thoughts. Each and every moment, this body is arising and passing away. This mind is also rising and passing away. people say that when someone passes away, we say this is the very same person who passed away, who lived maybe 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. But in the real reality, according to the ultimate truth, that is not true. Who arrives right now, that person was not in the past moment. The person who is right now won't live for the next moment. The present is present. You can't regain it. You can't relive it. You can't gain it back. When this moment is gone, you will realize this nature when you practice Vipassana meditation through your own experience. At the beginning, you will see a sensation arises within a part of your body. When you are observed, not for now, we are observing just the part from the top of your head to the end of your neck. So only that part, because we don't have a lot of time to observe. So somehow you will see, you will experience that in one of these parts, you will observe that a coldness, a sensation of coldness arises, or heat, or hardness, or softness, or throbbing sensation, or itching sensation, or pulsing sensation, or any other kind of sensation. It arises, and you observe it, you feel it, you really experience it, and you keep on observing, you go to the next part, and gradually, again, for the second time too, you start observing the very same part. And you will realize that the softness, or the hardness, or the heat sensation, or the cold sensation that you experienced previously, it is not right now. It is not there. It has almost gone. Now, the sensation that I feel in that very area is different. If it was coldness earlier, now you are experiencing heat within that area, or hardness, or throbbing sensation, or something else, or an itching sensation has arisen. You observe again. When you come to the same place, and when you start observing the very same place for the third time, with the balance of mind, with an equanimous mind, you will observe that both those previous sensations have gone. Another different sensation has arisen. Gradually, you will yourself the impermanence with your own experience, within your own territory. With your own, you will understand the nature. Now, with that experience, you will understand the nature of impermanence by your own ability. Anymore, this is not a hearsay. Impermanence for you, it is not a hearsay anymore. It is a real thing. It is a reality of this universe. So the more you see this nature, the more you will come out of your craving, your aversion, your ignorance. Anymore, you won't keep grudges towards the other people. Anymore, you will see when you get angry, it is not going longer like earlier. People still won't have the ability like arhants. Still you'll get angry sometimes, but still from the quantity. So previously when such kind of things happen, you got angry. The quantity compared to the anger that you have right now after practicing and experiencing this impermanent nature within, it's different, totally different. What has happened? You have started to understand the real you. You have started to understand that what you see actually is not the reality. You need to understand one more thing, that is, the thing that you see once, you can't see it twice. The thing that you hear once, you can't hear it twice. The thing that you felt once, you can't feel it twice. It is what it is. So you will later on, not right now, when you develop, you will develop your mind to deal with the real experience of things instead of categorizing them with the names. So it's a deeper thing. Like, so when you felt the same feeling twice, you won't instead of naming them like this sensation or that sensation, you will consider it as a sensation only, and you will really experience it, really experience the sensation more than a person who more than a normal person. When you feel happiness, you will really experience it. When you feel sadness, you will really see it, and at the same time, the sadness won't overpower you. It won't be able to overpower you. Whenever you feel sadness, you will feel sad, but still, this thought, this understanding will come up and will tell you that this sadness is also impermanent. Let me see how long it will last. The pain arises somewhere on the body. Anyone else who doesn't practice this meditation technique will shout and will become frustrated and depressed. But you will experience it. But it won't overpower you. This understanding will come up and it will tell you this experience of this sensation, this pain or any sensation, whatever you feel, this is impermanent. So gradually you will develop this understanding, and your relationships in your day-to-day life, and at the same time, as I mentioned, the way that you deal with things in your day-to-day life, everything, the way that you see things, everything will change. Everything will change. But for that, to reach this level, so gradually when you develop this practice, the more negativity is going, you will develop that state of eternal peace and eternal happiness. Eternal peace and eternal happiness. For that, you need your constant practice is really needed. So please practice ardently. Not for anybody else, but for your own goodness sake. As I mentioned at the beginning of the meditation session, when the man is well shaped, the world is shaped. So when the man is not well shaped, the world becomes automatically not well shaped. So change the man inside, then you will see a changed world. You can't expect to change world without changing your own inside. So please practice ardently for your own benefit. That is the today's teaching. Hope every one of you understood. If there is a question, you can stay after the session when we finish. Those people who do have questions, they can stay. The others can leave. So now everyone please think. Together all of us join for the meditation session and practice very ardently and accumulated a lot of good energy, positive energy. Let's share it. Not only with us, with all the beings in the world. May this world become a very safe place. May all the people who are sick because of coronavirus, may they be well and happy, healthy. May they become very healthy once again. And may all of us also develop in this Dhamma path, practicing the Dhamma with understanding, diligently. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Everyone, please concentrate. Abhivadana silisse niccang baddha pacainu Chattaro dhamma bandhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang Ayurarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me vache Ato nibbana sampatti Iminati samijjetu Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night to everyone. Wish you good health and happiness, and see you in the next week with the Friday meditation. Good night to everyone.
Good night, Api Hamdrone.
Those who
Good
have
night.
Good night, Mr.
Terus.
Juan.
Tiruan Sarnai
Good night.
Hamdrone.
Tiruan Sarnai.
Good night. Swamin Wansa Thiruvan Sarnai.
Tiruan Sarnai Dunishka.
Night, Bante.
Tiruan Sarnai Dunishka. Jaime. Good night. Tiruan Sarnai Rajamami. Nindi. Prashant. Tiruan Sarnai. Prashant. Good night. Good night. Mrs. Doom. Good night. Sonal. Good night.
Good night, Bante.
Good. Right. Good night. Bakim. Good night. Mrs. Meena. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. If you have a question, you can stay. If not, you can leave. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.